Alrighty, we are live. We are live. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of us today. This is another episode of the Leadership Standard. I am your host, Gucci Law, and you are welcome. You are welcome. You're welcome. Tell your friends and family that we are live and we are excited to begin this countdown. Alrighty. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of us today. Um, Welcome to another edition of the Leadership Standard. We're so pleased to have you. Yeah, again, this is one of those days where we discuss the insecurities going on in Nigeria and why everyone is on the edge. Everyone is on the edge, scared, worried about what the next thing is going to be like. No one actually knows, nothing is promised to anyone. But again, the situation of Nigeria is so bad that no one even knows where the next meal is going to come from, where the next water is going to come from. People are just left on their own. And one of the reasons why we do this show is to highlight some of the situation going on, and to explain to people why they have to start seeking more accountability from their leaders, and why also the Nigerian state as it stands has to, why the Nigerian state as it stands right now has to come to a close. All right. So let's first of all begin by, sharing some few things that I feel the whole world needs to know and see exactly, first of all, the double standard at which the government of Nigeria is treating terrorism. They're treating terrorism like it's not happening. All right. I don't see any reason why they will want to rehabilitate terrorists back into the society when the same terrorists are killing the people. They're killing the people. They're ransacking their homes. And I want to say an apology for my co-host. She won't be making it today. Something came up and she has to take care of that. But the point I'm trying to make in essence is when you look at the situation going on in Nigeria, you can only see that it's one of um, of fear. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of anguish. A lot of people are afraid. A lot of people don't know what next to do. They just see themselves in a situation where they didn't plan for, and now they have to live in this country where their rights are being trampled on every single day. All right, and it's sad that this is happening, but that is just a situation of things. And if care is not taken, this is how things will be for so long until until whenever Jesus Christ comes. But this is a story I want to share of the federal government currently rehabilitating Boko Haram terrorists back into the society. I don't know about you, but I find this very unpleasant. We see so much effort the government is putting towards rehabilitating terrorists back into society, but we don't see the same effort that they are putting towards protecting the people as well as the victims of this terrorist attack. We have not even seen the same kind of effort towards, making sure that all their losses are being compensated for. How does someone go out there as a terrorist and kill people, and all of a sudden, the government is rehabilitating those terrorists back into society? And it's making headline news. But I am yet to see any news of how that same government, is providing resources for the victims of these terrorists. Have they been compensated? Have they been provided help? Have they been shown what to do? The answer is simply no. These victims have been left on their own. But the people who are the criminals, the people who are killing, they are rather being compensated by the government through rehabilitation. Let's take a watch and listen. This is one of the videos I'm talking about. you will see exactly what I'm talking about, how sad the situation is. Why would the Nigerian government be rehabilitating terrorists at the same time? The victims of these terrorists are left on their own, no rehabilitation, no help whatsoever. I think that double standard needs to be questioned. What exactly is the purpose behind this? Look at this video.
You've learned while in the camp. It is expected that the vocational skills acquired during the program will be a source of livelihood for you and your family. Please resist the temptation to sell them, as your survival going forward will largely depend on this starter pack.
Na yi imani a matsayin tsohon don kungiyar Boko Haram. A kashe sauran. Na gode. Thank you so much, sir.
As you can see, those are the terrorists out there being rehabilitated back into Nigerian society. They've sworn not to be part of the terrorist activities anymore. They've sworn that they will be good citizens. But my question is not even about, I don't mind them rehabilitating terrorists. Whatever the Nigerian government wants to do, that's their business. My own issue is about what the government is doing towards the victims. I have seen a lot of times when the victims have been the ones, they've been blamed. The Nigerian government blames the victims for their own problems. They rehabilitate terrorists in the north, but in the south, in the east, they go ahead and kill the people. This double standard was what's happening in Nigeria. It only explains how terrible the situation is. The government is rehabilitating terrorists, but on one hand, they are harassing, killing, maiming, and destroying the livelihood of Nigerians. And the people from the southeast Nigeria. It is only sad this is happening, but again, it is what it is with this country, Nigeria. Nigeria has shown time and time again that its priorities, it has the warped priorities. The priorities are wrong. How does it even make sense that you go about rehabilitating terrorists and at the same time these people are the ones who are killing people on a daily basis? Help me make sense. How does one make sense out of this? I want to show you another video that recently played out in the southeast of Nigeria. This video explains exactly the double standard of what people are facing. I am yet to see a Nigerian police force treat someone like this in the south, in the north. But we see a lot of these experiences, a lot of this intimidation going on in the southeast. It sort of feels like they do not want these people to ever exist. And it is sad because these people, they've not done anything whatsoever to deserve this sort of humiliation, this sort of treatment. But every single day, they are left to face this treatment. Take a look at this video, and we're going to come back after this.
Ndị adịkwara anyị ya na-ịgbaji okwu o ya agụ mmadụ ihe a na achọrọ ịgbaji ya okwu o ka ịdị sị ma mmekwen onye agụrụ na na-agara owu ya nke ị na-achọ ịgbaji ụkwụ Nigeria
As you can see, this video explains to whoever can see this video. This is the torture that they're going. This is the torture going on in Nigeria, where 8 police officers are stepping on an innocent person. As you can see in that video, 8 police officers. They just decided to humiliate, embarrass, and treat this man as trash. How in the world does 8 police officers jump on a particular man that is not harming them and rather they just leave him there, treat him as trash. That can show you how bad the situation is. I want you to know that this is the kind of country that we people are forced to live in. And they when they come out and complain, they are treated as if they don't know what they're talking about. But they do know what they're talking about when they're asking for self-determination, when they're asking for for freedom to go about and treat themselves because of what's going on in the country. A lot of people laugh at them. A lot of people think that they are just talking out of their ass, but this is not what it is. This is exactly, these people are facing this thing. They are living this, they are living in this reality. They are living in this reality because this is their daily reality. They are faced with this reality every single day, and they have to deal with it by themselves. All right. So I just want you to all to know that what is going on in Nigeria right now is a situation of failed priorities. The Nigerian government has lost its bearing. They have lost accountability on what's the right thing to do. They think they know what the right thing to do, but they have no idea. How do you send police officers, 8 police officers, to go about jumping people? I hope the right things have been done. I hope they've been sacked from their arrest, from their roles, because it only shows that they don't have the heart to protect and serve the people. Rather, they are out there to kill, destroy them and their livelihood. So I hope and pray that these people are brought to justice as soon as possible. I want to share another story of how terrible the people of the southeast Nigeria, the Biafrans as they are called, how they've been constantly marginalized, how they've been treated, as trash, how they've been treated as people with no significance. It is sad. When you look at these things, you realize how bad it is, and you understand that Nigeria is not a place where young people thrive. It's not a place where the police know what they are doing, or the soldiers know what they're doing. At least most of them don't know what they're doing. They've been treating their people as trash. We have someone on the comment section that is, making a really good comment. I'm going to talk to get to your comments shortly. And that is Mr. Ekowa Kocha. Government failed an oversized issue. Then in Nigerian security outfits, they overdo things like they're not trained compared to other small African countries. Thank you so much, Mr. Mwakocha, for that amazing comment. It's a very simple thing, because I wonder why the police has to be so evil. Why the Nigerian police has to be so evil and so abrasive. Whatever that man did does not warrant you stepping on his leg, stepping on his head, stepping on his groin. Those are places that people step on if they want to kill somebody. How do you, knowing full well that you carry a gun, somebody is no threat to you, but you have no compassion in your heart? You want to kill this person for no reason. And you wonder why these people are hardened against you. You wonder why they don't care about you. You wonder why whenever they see you, they want to kill you, or they want to treat you anyhow. It's because of the seeds you have sown. The Nigerian police have sown evil seeds. And if you sow evil seeds, you're going to reap the evil harvest. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. This is another story. I want you all to see this story, because this story it gives people in context why people are shouting for Oduduwa Nation, why they're shouting for Biafra Nation. It gives you context. This is another story of how the DSS killed a lady, a mother of one. They gunned her down. I hope they show her face in this picture. I don't know if they showed her face. They don't show her face here, but I'm going to show you her face so that you all see her face and you remember the face. This lady was gunned down by the DSS. Her name is Chinenye Opa. Chinenye Opa was gunned down by the DSS. She was killed by the DSS for no reason. She's a native of Ngbowo in Agu local government. Although the reason for killing of the young lady has not yet been ascertained, the reason of killing her, there was no reason to kill her in the first place. If somebody is running away from the police, that does not give the DSS, that doesn't give the DSS the right to shoot the person in the back. This lady was shot in the back multiple times for no reason whatsoever. All right. Although the reason for killing the young lady is yet to be ascertained, sources have told our correspondent on Monday that the incident happened in Ologo Street in the coal camp suburb of the state capital. An eyewitness who spoke on anonymity alleged that the shooter was a DSS operative. The operative stormed the location in 2 Hilux vehicles and started shooting sporadically, causing a stampede. In the ensuing commotion, one of them pursued Chineye, who ran like every other person for safety. Then he gunned her down. The operative shot her several times at close range. The matter has been reported at the Uwani police station, and some police officers visited the scene of the incident, recovered some bullets, and took the corpse to the Eastern Nigerian mortuary. All right. So you can see exactly what's going on. Bullet holes were found in her body by the DSS. And the family says they're going to visit the DSS to lodge an official complaint. All right. And they've been working on doing this. I want you all to understand that this is how bad it is. This is how bad the situation is in Nigeria. People are the operatives are going about killing people, gunning down people for no reason whatsoever. Why would they just kill a young woman, a promising woman with life ahead of her? They just killed her for no reason. All right, I'm going to try and get you her face so that you can see her face. But the point I'm trying to make in essence is, then they wonder why the Nigerian government, why no one really cares about them. Why no one really cares about what the police or the DSS they're doing, because of the fact that they've been known, they're notorious for going out in the southeast and killing people, killing innocent people that have no crime has been committed against them. They just kill her. It's sad, but this is what it is. It's sad, but this is exactly how it is. Let nobody tell you otherwise. All right. This is the lady. All right. This is the lady that was killed. Chineye Opa. She was a baker. She had no reason whatsoever to have been killed. She was shot in the back at close range by DSS operatives minding her business. When police officers or DSS officers come to a place and start shooting sporadically, no one has time to know if they are DSS officials or not. Most people just run for their life. So that's exactly what's going on. The Nigerian government must bring these people that killed her to book. They must bring them to book as soon as possible. All right. So I pray that she gets justice as soon as possible, and hopefully, the people who did this will face the consequences of their actions, and they will not go unpunished. So shall it be. All right. I'm going to play I want us to talk about another story, very important story of how the people who are out there killing people like nothing, they are also the ones that are suffering. All right. These are the police officers. Look at them crying for help. These are the police officers that are crying for help. They are saying that we are ready for the consequences of mutiny. How many policemen can they kill and jail? Cops Dare Buhari, IGP Bala over planned nationwide protest and strike. You can imagine. When the NSAS people were shouting NSAS, it was because of these same people. It was because of the same police trying to help their life, trying to help their situation. They were trying to make their life easy for them. They wanted the government to increase their pay, make sure they are paid on time. Because most of the time, whenever these folks go about killing people, the reason why they do that is, most of them are they have psychological, issues. But again, when you're not being paid, when you're not getting the money that you are expected to get as your salary, and you have a gun, and you have families at home that need food, clothes, shelter, whatever it is, it's very, very, it's very tempting to want to inflict pain on your own people just because you feel like you have the authority and the power to do so. And that is exactly what it is. The Nigerian police, they are not getting paid, and they're not getting paid as they should. So the Nigerian police junior personnel have insisted that they will embark on their planned industrial action despite threats by the Nigerian government. The officers have listed the following: poor salary, unpaid emoluments, all right, that's like unpaid gratuity or anything that they are owed, outdated weapons, poor working conditions, among other reasons. These are the reasons why they want to protest. They've tagged this protest they've called this protest, "We are tired of negligence." They've scheduled to hold this protest at the Eagle Square in Abuja to reiterate the demands to the Nigerian government. All right. In a document that was referenced, addressed to the IAG, the aggrieved officers are asserting that the strike is the only language that the Nigerian government understands. According to the document, all junior ranking officers have been banned from their duty posts, including those attached to politicians, on and from the said date. Speaking to Sahara Reporters, one of the aggrieved officers says they were ready to be punished by the police authorities. All right. So what am I trying to say? These people are not even getting paid. But I have never seen some people who are so overzealous in their actions and they are still not getting paid. The way they react, the way they respond, you would think that they are getting paid. But they're not getting paid. Some of them have not received payment for over a year. Some of them for more than a year. All right. And now they've decided that the only way they're going to tackle this issue is to go on strike. All right. But the point I'm trying to make in essence is, why is it that even if they're going on strike, why must they be afraid of being killed or jailed? See what they say here. How many of us can they kill or jail? The world is changing, and Nigerian police cannot, on account of a cake laws, remain slaves in the name of fear. The benefits are rarely paid. I have a colleague who died about 8 years ago. The family members are still battling to get death benefits. We have told our coordinators across the country, and we have mandated them to speak with the senior officers to see reason and join this patriotic gesture. The last time Nigerian police embarked on industrial action was during the administration of Olusegun Obasanjo. All right? So this is the point I'm trying to make. When you look at the situation, you realize that it is just a dog-eat-dog situation in Nigeria. It's a dog-eat-dog. It's a dog-eat-dog situation. These police officers are not getting paid. The ones that are, corrupt, like Abba Kyari, they go into corruption activities, they go into scam, money laundering, to fulfill their own desires, their own fleshly desires of wanting to make money. But the truth of the matter is that people are suffering. The police officers are even part of the suffering crew. They are not exempted from this suffering. They will suffer with every other person that is suffering, they suffer. Because at the end of the day, they've played their own role in ensuring that the people are where they are. The Nigerian police has been complicit in the act of terrorism to the people. They've shot at the people, they've killed the people, they've tortured the people, they've harassed the people that they are expected to serve. And now they are crying that they are not being paid. Because at the end of the day, what you sow is what you reap. You can't sow evil and expect to reap good. That is exactly what's going on with the Nigerian police. Whenever they continue in their evil actions, they will still be destroyed by the same police force. If you think I am joking, watch and see what is going to happen. Whenever you are being part of the evil that you are expected to curb, you are part of the evil, collecting money from people, destroying lives and properties that you have need to protect, that same evil will still consume you. One way or the other, it will still consume you. And that is the fate of the Nigerian police until they make their amends and make a change. Until then, we will keep watching them with one eye. Now, moving on, I want to show another story of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention with the DSS. We all know the situation that has happened with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu detention. We know for sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya. And this is the story that now the Kenyan government has made their own stance clear. All right. In a letter to the office of President Kenyatta that was dated September 29, 2021, it noted that Kanu has not been processed to leave the country. The Kenyan government has denied its involvement in the arrest and extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. In a letter to the office of the president, Uhuru Kenyatta, dated September 29, 2021, it noted that Kanu has not been processed to leave the country. What does that mean? It means simply that Kanu technically is still in Kenya. All right. According to our records, as per the pieces system, Kenny Oku Kanu is still in Kenya because he has not exited the country. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice of Nigeria, Malami, announced that Kanu was arrested. And he mentioned that Kanu was arrested by international collaborative efforts with security agencies that led to his arrest. All right. But the point we're trying to make here is this: the Kenyan government has denied that Kanu has left his country. They've said that Kanu is still in Kenya, technically. But we all know that Kanu is no longer in Kenya. And the Kenyan government must produce Kanu back in Kenya. That is their responsibility. Because if not, how does someone just disappear from a country? Why? Why would somebody just disappear from another country and be found in another country? All right. This only shows you how wicked the government of Kenya is. In July of 2021, the Kenyan High Commissioner to Nigeria denied that Kanu was arrested in Kenya. He also said that the allegations was made to incite Nigerians in the southeast against the Kenyan people. His denial was made despite evidence that was shown by Kanu's family and attorneys to prove Kenya's involvement in abducting Kanu. All right. So the UK also denied his involvement in Kanu's arrest. But the only thing we know is that Kanu now is facing trial in Nigeria. But how is it that somebody that was never, there's no proof that Kanu left Kenya? So what trial is he facing? If there's somebody that has not left a country, you cannot produce him in another country. And Kanu has detailed the experience that he faced in Kenya. He has detailed it explicitly well. He told people exactly what he faced, how he was beaten, manhandled, tortured, kept in a dark room for 8 days, had to poop and pee in the same place. He explained to everyone who cared to listen what the situation was. So at the end of the day, the Nigerian government still decided to bring him back to Nigeria. They knew the right thing to do. Abubakar Malami knew the right thing to do. He knew the right thing to do was to file an extradition treaty in Kenya. But because these people think backwards, they will always look for the easy way out. Their mindset is backwards thinking. They never think straight. They never think progressive. So because of this way, they decided that the best way for them to do was to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they kidnapped this man all the way from Kenya and brought him back to Nigeria. And now, to make matters worse, they are still putting him in that same detention, in that same jail for the past over a year now. He's still there. No trial whatsoever, no speedy trial whatsoever. They keep adjourning this trial when it is clear like day that this man should not even be standing trial in the first place, because how he got to Nigeria was a process of illegality, a process of fraud, a process of deception, a process of utmost disrespect to international law, international conventions. So in what sense does it make any sense whatsoever for someone to be standing trial and still be in detention? That can show you how mad this whole world is. It's become very senseless. The laws are not even being respected in Nigeria anymore. No matter how they say it, if you are a lawyer in Nigeria right now and you are watching this situation going on, it's time to want to bury their head in shame. This is something that the whole world should understand, that a man was kidnapped to another country and he's still in detention for crimes that he did not commit, as well as crimes that has not been proven. All right? And he who alleges must prove. And these people have not proven anything. So we are watching this situation very closely. And when the time comes, we will bring it up. All right? Even they even sent a record from the Ministry of Justice. As you can see, the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government, State Department. This was a letter that was written from the Kenyan government themselves. This was a letter that was written by themselves. Look at what they said. They said, I refer Kingsley Kanu is suing on behalf of the Associate Director General of Immigration Services and the Honorable Attorney General. I refer to the constitutional petition, which is coming up for mention notice on the 5th of October. The second defendant is not privy to the fact alleged in the petition. According to our records, one Kenny Okukano is still in Kenya because he has not existed, and this they can't even spell. They should have said exited the country. What do they mean by he has not existed the country? He has not exited the country. Kindly find the travel history of a petitioner. All right. And one thing I'm very happy about is at least, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they found his passport, and his passport never showed the stamp of Nigeria, of the stamp that he left, Kenya. So that is what it is. The story is what it is. It's sad, but this is exactly what's going on. And it's sad because this is the kind of country that we are living in, a country that is mad. People don't even know what they're doing anymore. They just go about acting like they know what they're doing, but they don't. So, but I want us to go to another issue. I want us to go to another issue of colonialism and the effect of colonialism, in Africa. We all know how the British government, how the British has played a role in colonizing most of Africa back in the days. And one of those places was Jamaica. As you can see, now Jamaicans are calling for reparations. These British royals are planning on arriving to Jamaica, one of their own colonial heritage. And, the Jamaicans are not having it. The prominent Jamaicans, they rejected this visit by the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. They've called out the United Kingdom to apologize and pay reparations for hundreds of years of slavery. We must realize that even the British, they were the ones who sold some of the Biafrans and some of the Igbo people from back then. I don't believe it was called Nigeria, but back then in West Africa, they took them all the way from West Africa and took them to the Caribbean to go and develop, and that was why some of them settled in Jamaica. All right, but now these folks are saying they've had enough. They don't want these people to come. They want them to pay reparations. They don't really send their visits. These people are, if you ask me, the damage they've done and the confidence they have to keep moving around, acting like they didn't commit one of the worst crimes ever in the history of the world. It's weird, but that's just the way they hide their own evil. They do a lot of ceremony to hide their evil. But I'm happy, people are waking up and realizing that these people, they can't keep leeching you forever. These Western countries cannot keep leeching you forever. You have to stand up and speak for yourself. All right, and reparations is one way of doing so. They have to seek for reparations. It is their right to seek for reparations, as they are the ones who suffered it the most. So, having said that, I want to just say, a big thank you to everyone who joined me today. It has been a while, but we are still moving forward. The leadership standard is still growing strong. We will keep coming out to talk about the situation. We love having people join us and be a part of our show. Be a part of us on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. It is something that we would love to see you all come and join us even more. But thank you all for listening to me today. Hopefully next time our co-host will be able to join. But until then, I want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. Have fun, stay safe. God bless you all, and yeah.